Who makes this?
It's a hybrid.
Western make this?
Yeah, Western, Diamondback, just better. You got to be careful. Might sting you like a rattlesnake.
Listen,
so be careful.
Listen, I'm not sucking the venom out.
It might sting you. It's a lamb. It's a Lamborghini. It's a Lamborghini, and I'm gonna be real. I don't know if you have enough money to take it out from him.
Yeah, this thing.
Probably not.
Tethered to his taint. Not gonna lie.
So Marlo, listen. I'm hear he. We gather here today to discuss future opportunities and maybe something that could bring wealth, success. But more important, how about entertainment? Marlo Entertainment, #ad.
Okay.
All
right.
Okay.
Is that a real company? Is that a real company?
Yeah. Marlo Entertainment Media Enterprises.
Yeah, that's what it is. I know it was something long like that. Marlo, I heard you like racing a lot.
Sure.
Oh, is that right? You do? I would have never known. I did not realize that. Okay.
Marlo actually was one of the curators to P1, which is unfortunately, let's say, turned into P1, PEE. Gone. Boom,
P1,
down the drain.
P1, yeah. Toilet. Got it.
So I think there needs to be something that is actually obtainable, achievable, but in a similar concept, but just something that's a little bit more realistic to the common user, the common driver, the most common motorsports ambassadors.
Most common
So what I'm bringing you here today, Marlo, and I'm talking to you first because let's be real. You're the dude that comes to racing. You know what I mean? Big events.
He brings energy to the racing. That's what it is. Pumps energy into it. We've all seen it.
This is what I want to do, Marlo, and I'm going to need your help. You could be the constituent. You could be the daddy. We need to buy 10 or 12 Sentinel Classics, 10 or 12 Silvestras, or an A-Class, 10 of them, and bring spec racing at a reasonable cost.
Like,
put a little money on the line.
This is the thing. Rental racing.
It's whack.
It's whack. Like, people like the idea of it, initially, but there's so many reasons why it sucks.
Just give me 1 second.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was on the radio.
I'm just saying. Not to cut Chip off, but I've been a part of many Futo races. Many this, many that. Rental this, rental that. People want a little bit more power underneath their booty holes. They want a little
more
bit
control.
More control. Knowing what type of vehicle they're driving, and also when it comes to generating wealth and things of that nature, people do want that crypto. They do want to be able to maybe pay back their investment if things go south and that car ends up somewhere where it doesn't, where it shouldn't be. Spec racing actually brings that possibility to the table. Allows people to actually generate a little bit of money, a little bit of Skrilla to pay for the investment of racing. And then, like Chip says, you have a modicum of control because you know what you're expecting. You know that the car's a little souped up. It's a little bit more ready for the job. And you also know that fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry next to you are rocking something very, very similar. So it puts pure skill on display.
This is, there's a lot of forms of spec racing out. Spec Miata, spec Porsche.
Let me just pause you real quick. Is this legal or illegal?
Oh, this is going to be illegal as all hell.
Yeah, illegal as fuck.
Illegal?
And the reason it's going to be illegal, Marlo, is because the hurdles of making it legal is not fucking worth it. We're dirty dogs out here, dude. And I'm not looking to shut down the street. We're looking to do, think about this. If we get these cars, or if we find a way to acquire these cars or get them in the hands, or I don't know if we own all the cars and we hand them out, where you just pay a $10,000 leasing fee for the day. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna need a minute. I'm in a meeting real quick, and I'll be right there. You would treat this like your race car, where you only pull it out when you're training with it, or you're pulling out to race it. You keep this car in your garage until it's race day.
It's not a daily driver.
Yeah, it shouldn't be treated like a daily driver. This would be truly like a replica of a spec street series. It could be a championship-based series. You've obviously managed that a lot, but I think having the spec aspect, all the same cars, tracks that you either already curated or tracks that could be new in the future, but this could be like, boom, turnkey and ready to go. And I think this would cause a big boost to get racing going again, especially with G&E. Bro, my G&E is fucking flying out of my phone left and right, and I don't even know fucking why. I can't get sticks anymore.
I can tell you why. It's hard to
you're
get
sucking it out with the straw.
It's hard to get sticks. You just said it. So people need to dump it more, and they need to. I don't know. There's a lot of dumping and moving it going on right now because of the wallet size. So let's be honest. You know what I mean? So yeah. It makes complete fucking sense that it's shifting hands a lot right now. So I don't know.
We can put big money on it, and I think me personally, I want to do this, and I'm going to do it.
It needs campaigning.
It does.
It needs
and a little bit more
like
power behind it.
Exactly. Someone who knows maybe a little bit more the inner workings, maybe have a little bit more of an interface with a lot of the racers out there, and maybe you could talk to people that you know, could potentially be interested. I mean, that's really it. You have some of the energy that we need, that we lack, as this man and myself together. You know, so. You have organizational skills.
I mean, what you talk about cars? How much money is that for all those cars?
Well, here's the thing: is like Sylvestra's like $120,000.
Okay.
So you just get a good A class
6-star Sentinel is what I was.
Oh no, bro! Here's the thing: speed. Okay, I want to be real with you. When it comes to racing, speed is not everything. It's the closeness of the racing that makes it fun.
Do you know if they have that many?
It wouldn't be. This could be a PDM car too. This could be, you know what I mean? So it would just be, dude, as long as they're the same and fun to drive and have a little bit of speed in there, the competitiveness is what's going to make it fun. Not the 140 miles an hour. I don't care if they do 115, 118.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like the sweet spot would be A, right? Wouldn't that be?
I think A would be a sweet spot.
Yeah. You gotta think logistically. I ain't trying to shit on y'all's idea. I just want y'all to. I want to bring you to reality.
Okay, bring me to reality.
Let's say it's 10 cars, or is it more than that?
We could do 10. Spec series of 10, first come, first serve.
Who's paying the asset fees on 10?
So this is what we'd figure out: is you could either lease that, or we get a group of people together and we say, hey, we have 10 Sylvestras. If you want to enter, you have to buy the car off of us, and we just we give them the car. Like that's their entry fee. So let's say the entry fee for 10 races is $200,000. That covers the car. We give them the car, and then the other $80,000 is entry fee.
It's not a bad idea. People do have cash, and those types of cars aren't that big of a deal. They're not going to break the bank when it comes to, you know, asset fees usually for most people.
Well, having one of them isn't the issue. It's more so if we held 10 of them.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen if we held 10? What would that be like?
It would be
double. Yeah, no, that would be. I think you'd max out at your million.
Oh shit. Okay. No, yeah, we don't want to do that.
And that's every 2 weeks.
So then, what if we find a way to hold the cars or acquire the cars, and we sell the car as part of the entry fee? If you came to me and said I could enter a race series for $225,000 and it comes with the car, bro, I'm all in on that.
I do like the idea. I think it could be cool. I have a lot on my plate right now. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to help. I also don't know how many people racing right now. The main thing is people fucking hate driving the cars in the city right now.
No.
So I don't know if no.
It's all right.
That's what the motherfuckers I've been talking to say, at least.
What do they not like about them?
Just not really too much personality between the cars. So I don't know if but I mean I could just be talking to a small like pool, right?
Perhaps.
But if like I'm just going based off of that feedback I've heard of, like why people ain't racing, I don't know if having a slower car that it's not that it doesn't have personality, but it is going to be all the same personality because it's the same car, right?
So I don't think we're selling the personality. I think we're selling the competitiveness. That's how I would sell it. Is we're selling the fact this is a true driver test. This is the same playing field. You're the best fucking racer, then prove it, because there's nothing different other than you driving it. There's no difference between you and fucking Joe Schmo over there. If he says he's better than you, then you have to be in the same car to prove that. Just because you have a fucking Lamborghini and the other guy has a Ferrari, there's variables, a lot of variables. You reduce the variables to where it's purely the driver, and I think that's the competitiveness is what's going to make that fun.
There is a market for that.
Have you gauged this with people? Have you talked to people about this?
No, you're the first person I talked to about this.
We're digging in as the first 3 people talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea. I think it could be cool, but I think y'all gotta go out and talk to people. Same shit like I have to do when I get new ideas and shit. I go out and call you. Remember, Chip? I called you to the fucking office for the esports shit.
Yeah.
By the way, we're pivoting that shit. We're having it a little different. We're doing more of like a game battles type beat instead of the league. Unfortunately, just wasn't enough interest for it, but that's part of it. Like you having an idea is the first step. Second step is gauging interest and seeing how many people would actually be interested in the whole idea of what you're talking about, right?
I mean,
some people might buy into certain parts of it, but they gotta buy into all of it.
And the thing is, like, I feel like if there are hurdles with asset fees, we could roll it out slower and find.
I don't think owning one car is an issue. It was more so if we were, because he was talking about renting them out, like
this is what
if we had all of them.
I'm trying to say that if we just find interested parties and then each person buys their own spec car, that would alleviate that, like, one person holding all the cars. That doesn't really make sense to me. One person sitting on a bunch of asset fees for this to work. That doesn't really.
But I'll tell you why. Because in some racing organizations, the organization would own the vehicle because if there's a new driver that comes in, you can lease that vehicle out to a new driver.
If this was legal, we can easily get a grant and have that taken care of, and it wouldn't be a problem. The issue is it's not legal, so we're not going to be able to get government money for it. We're not going to be able to get anything subsidized. Yeah. So you'd have to handle it on your own. Or fucking launder it somehow.
Okay.
That's where the organization part sort of fizzles, exactly.
Yeah, but also, motherfuckers, like, yes, competition is something, but at the end of the day, motherfuckers are greedy as fuck in the city, and if there ain't a reason to show up for something that can fill their pocket or make them stand out more, a lot of people ain't gonna do it. Like, I ran the MRL for 4 seasons, and towards the end, there was, like, only a small handful of people doing it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's because the prize pool went down. When it was fucking $1 million a race, everybody fucking came to him.
Yeah.
But I mean, even nowadays, like $1 million race, like, I'm sure it'll still be big, but
well, here's the thing: is
like everybody got $1 million now.
When we say big, remember we control it by the amount of cars that we can get. So if we cap it at 12 because that's all that's available, then we cap it at 12. Mm-hmm. Or and dude, it could be first come first serve with that. It doesn't need to be massive.
Yeah.
It could also be a test bet.
I mean, he's right. We just gotta ask. We gotta talk to people.
Yeah, you gotta gauge interest.
We can't have these lofty ideas without knowing if anyone wants to buy in on it. We have to make sure there's a market for it. So there is with
even if I was 100% down for it, unless you gauge the audience out there, like there could be 0 people that want to actually participate in it, right? Not saying that's going to be the case. There's definitely going to be people that are interested. It's just making sure it could be sustainable and it fulfills what you're wanting to fulfill, right?
Okay. So then what I would need is if I do gauge enough interest, right? And let's say I get 15 confirmed people, would you want to help in it or be involved in it?
I'm down to help as much as I can. Like I said, I got a lot on my plate with other shit I'm handling. As well as not really being around too much in general. But I don't wanna give you false hope that I'm gonna like put shit on my back. Like I'm down to help out when I can and where I can, but I won't be leading anything.
No, that'd be fine. I would say it would be more so just points management as far as how you used to do points for MRL and just the data you'd use to create a champion after a multi-race series.
And guidance on the approach so we could build out something so you don't have to oversee it, you know? I mean, I don't know. That would actually be kind of.
Are you guys trying to do like a ranking thing or like points thing, like by race?
I would like to have it ideally it'd probably be something to like make it like 3 races a day or one day have 3 races and give it another week. I would try to make it like a 2-week thing or 3, give people something to look forward to for that week.
Yeah.
And have it at least, you know what I mean? Have it at least 2 weeks. I don't want to do one and done. I want it to be like, you're going to use this car for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah, the logistics you also run into with having somebody take the car is them fucking off, selling it, not showing up. Now you out of car, and you could try to have some sort of contract on it, but when you're dealing with an illegal, front, it's kind of iffy if that's going to blow back on you.
And this is why I was thinking about that already. This is why I think that we find people that are interested and. Maybe it's a BYOC sort of thing, and we sort of, guide people along the process of getting the car or something if they need help or whatever, maybe slide some cash or whatever just to get people going. I don't know. We have to, I don't think I agree with what you're saying, Marlo. I feel like the city interest in a lot of different things like this is definitely wavering as of late. Mm-hmm. So to do something like this, we probably would need to put on some responsibility on our side and probably, maybe put some of our own chips on the table. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Yeah. No, I
on the
see
table
that.
chip.
I can see that. So I think the idea is dope. That's why I'm here talking about it.
Too.
So I don't know. I want to see a lot of the same cars. Like, dude, it would be sick to see. Like, I'm driving around a Futo GTX, which is like it's not the 6-star, but it's an S-Class Futo. And I'm driving it around. I'm like, dude, how sick would it be to have like a race with like,
dude, it would be
like
sick.
10 of these fucking Futos, like that are actually souped up Futos, like nice. Yeah. So I don't know.
Are you guys against rally? Because rally's legal.
Dirt racing, I don't like it. I don't. There's not enough variation out there for it.
The cars have been shit off road. Unless there's a few good cars, because I'll tell you what, I had a rally car, an off-road car. It was a B class,
dog shit,
and it's 62 miles an hour off road.
Yeah.
Like it's,
what about the Outlaw?
See, like a side-by-side style race.
Yeah,
would be sick. I could stand behind that. I haven't driven one. Have you?
I haven't driven Outlaw off road ever.
Do you know the other thing I want to do, Marlo? Do you have the ability to create? Of course you do. Create tracks.
Yeah, I got you on that if you need it.
What
I was saying off road because I know it is less interesting because it ain't
There's so much more road than there is dirt.
There's so much more road. There is. Yeah. The only reason I say that is because if you do go the legal route, you can apply for funding, and that's where your limits are raised a little bit, especially with laying in office right now. You're a lot more willing to approve grants and whatnot. So if it came down to it, that would be a way to help get the funding so you can buy 15 Outlaws from the tuner shop or something. You know what I mean? So you can have prize money, so you can have money, so you can pay people to help. Because if it's just you two doing it as well, that can lead to fucking headaches too. If it's just you two, if like you guys got other shit going on, or if you're not feeling it that day, if you had funding that you could pay other people as well that were also like-minded and interested, it's more likely people will do shit if they're getting something out of it, if they're getting paid for it, versus, hey, can you go do this for me? So that's the benefits of legal, but then it is a little less interesting because you can't do the street racing aspect of it.
So okay, and that's another option. Here's another thing that I want to do is the dirt track at the casino.
Yeah,
that's
owned by
Dick Chicklets.
It's owned by Dick Chicklets? Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I want to do is if we build a track around that, set up the bears, we could do like a 30-lap enduro.
Mm-hmm. I can always do that if you want.
Yeah.
I can always set up a track there for you.
I would love to do that because you could do flat track motorcycles, you could do cars, you could do rentals. By having that dirt oval as like a racetrack could be fucking fun too.
We'd have to have like kind of do some testing and see what speeds are good for that track, because you can easily fucking have too much power for that shit.
It's fucking a blast too.
Yeah,
like a little NASCAR.
Yeah, I tried to buy it or I was gonna rent it out from Dick, because I started the MRL front company for the horse racing.
Oh hell yeah.
And he wanted like 100. This was like a long time ago when money, was actually fucking matter. But he was wanting like $100,000 a day we rented it or something like that.
What?
And like he didn't fucking use it or nothing. Or if I bought it, it would be like $10 million. And this is like a long ass time ago. I think it was like right when the tuner shop opened.
So there was like no chance of that happening.
Yeah, it's like, you're not even using it. But that's the issue. When I go talk to people, prices go up for some reason, right?
That's the
easiest way for me to never work with you, is if you fucking gouge me on prices because I got money.
What's happened at that track? Because I can't even think of anything.
They've done a few events here and there, but no, nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I know that there's like Demolition Derby that's happened like once.
Yeah, but now they got that at the whatchamacallit,
oh yeah, they're a fucking Maze Bank.
The arena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Say less.
But I might be buying some horses soon.
Okay.
So maybe we can actually get some horse racing there too.
That would be sick.
Oh yeah, Chip, you fucking did the voiceover for it.
Yeah, I did. I fucking you paid me. You only paid me $100K for that. That was a lot of work. Remember that?
Oh, listen. Was this back when 100K was worth more money?
It was 100K. Oh yeah, it was worth more back then.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, that was good shit, dude. You know, I heard it fucking could save your ass too, didn't it?
I don't think I ever had to use it,
Thank God.
but still have it because I
ready.
do. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, that's some good info. What we'll do is we'll kind of gauge it. I kind of like the legal side to it. I would have to figure out inventory of like PDM having inventory of cars. I never know what PDM has like inventory wise on some of these things. Maybe something that's less desirable but fun.
Yeah. I can't look right now.
Do you have access to
sell you
PDM?
cars, but I can look. I think I can look at the catalog, but I can't.
I can see with the app at the tuner shop how many cars are there, but I don't even know if that's accurate anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that. If that's not accurate, then I have no idea.
Yeah, who fucking knows, dude?
But yeah, I think your next step, you should gauge interest with actual people that would participate and what they're willing to do, what they're not willing to do. You know?
Yeah. All right. Well, do you you like racing organizations you go after? Yokai, fucking.
That's tough. I don't even know if Yokai even fucking race that much. They usually do their own private races, and they usually only do no face.
I can talk to the Vendetta boys, but the thing about them is they're usually EU hours, and I would never align with them usually on those hours. Yeah. So.
Who do you who would you suggest, Marlo?
I can talk to Redline and stuff.
Yeah, to see if they'd be interested in a spec race steering where entry fee.
Now that I think about it right now, there is a different league coming. I just remembered that a cross country league with Spain and us here.
Oh shit! Okay.
So there is a cross country league coming.
That could be sick, to be honest.
Okay.
But that's not going to be spec. That's going to be,
Yeah, that's unlimited.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll do some homework. I want to run that by. We're going to continue to keep working on this shit, and hopefully by next week we'll have some info.
Giving birth to an idea. There it is. The baby is.
Did you say you could look up inventory?
I can look. I can't guarantee it's the right numbers, but we'd have to go down there.
Yeah, let's go down there and take a look real quick.
I think it's a cool idea, and I definitely think that, like, as an initial idea, we considered how cool the idea was, but you can tell, like, as the conversation was going, there's a lot of logistics involved with this shit. And that's why I think owning all the cars outright on any one person's end is probably not the approach. It's probably not the way that it's going to be able to work out. I think it's probably going to end up having to be, like, if you're interested, you'll probably have to buy your own and just, like, try not to drive around the city as like a daily driver type of vibe. Like, you just have it stored up for the races.